And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media, the fake news out there, and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. Over 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we all want to educate, entertain, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Now I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone, because at some point you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372.
Welcome to my house.
Going to help you win in any marketplace, kind of give you that helicopter view of the market, helping you avoid a lot of that commission-based advice that's so prevalent in our community, and making you just a bit more street smart. And let's go around the horn now, make our introductions. Back in studio, Sara Chiarilli, published author, co-host on the show here, and Designing You, the book out. Awesome.
Book is out. It's out there. If you are on Amazon or you an Amazon Unlimited Kindle, you can actually get it for free right now. So through the end of the month, you'll be able to get that for free. Or we also have the match going on for Kindle too. So we got all of that going on.
Love it. Interior design expert, Artful Conceptions owner, new office location right here in South Tampa too.
Yes, absolutely. On Kennedy between Albany and Howard. So right downtown for everybody.
I love it. I love it. As well as Christena Cardon in studio here, Clutter Rescue 911. Welcome back in.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, what are we going to talk about today?
I can totally tie into the interior design.
Nice.
A lot of what I do has to, it ends with that. Starts with what I do, but certainly ends with redesigning a space.
Right. Yeah. Nice tag team there. Come in and
absolutely.
And work together on that and projects and the residential side. And so a lot of good stuff there, as well as Melissa Allen. Welcome back in studio, co-owner, Cobblestone Court. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me. Just this morning, a designer called us a designer's best friend. So today we hope to talk about the jewelry for your home and how to make your kitchen and bathrooms those that are in your dreams.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. Working a lot with Jason Avery Construction as well, and other home remodeling experts out there. So it's going to be a great show. It's Intelligent Talk Radio. We've got some intelligent folks here in studio. I also want to remind you and invite you to this event we have coming up next week, Thursday, May 25th. We're hosting at the beautiful Hotel Zamora, our official hotel partner on St. Pete Beach, a digital marketing and business growth seminar. And it's going to be followed by a rooftop happy hour as well at the 360 Lounge. Easy for me to say there. The top of the hotel, the 360 Lounge, overlooking the Gulf of Mexico. And it's going to be a great day. We're going to come out, and it's going to be pure content of helping you grow your business, learning more how to dominate your competition online, Facebook, some of the retargeting strategies, search engine optimization, so many ways to help you grow your business digitally these days, of course, with Facebook and some other strategies. So it's going to be Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30 at the Hotel Zamora on beautiful St. Pete Beach. And that's our official hotel partner as well. And speaking of that, Kipton's Hotel, the Hotel Zamora is our official hotel partner. Now, if you want to book a staycation down here in beautiful Tampa Bay, just give them a call. Let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. You're going to have 15 to 20% discount off of your room stay just by mentioning the REQB code. It's a whitewashed Mediterranean palace. A great little staycation there. If you're a boater like me, I love to take my boat out on the weekends, or Freedom Boat Club, and you pull up. There's a dock right there. It's on the Intercoastal Waterway. Rooftop yoga on the weekends. My fiance Lindsay and I just did some great yoga Saturday morning, and the Castile restaurant is off the charts. Awesome food, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Go check it out and let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. And let's go ahead and jump into this great content. Sara Chiarilli, Artful Conceptions, interior design expert. What are you seeing out there?
So today I wanted to talk about no-nos, all the design no-nos, the things that, the avocado green appliances of today. So,
okay.
Right? Because if you walk into a house today and it has avocado green appliances, what year was it done? Sometime
80s,
in the 70s, 80s, right. So what's going on today that is going to be specific to design here, like right now, that I think in a couple of years, people are going to be like, oh, what was I thinking?
So you're forecasting the future for us.
I'm forecasting the future for you.
Nice. I like that.
My number one thing is shiplap.
Okay.
We see it everywhere right now. We see everybody getting into it. There's a TV show that there's a designer who likes to do it all the time. But it doesn't work in every house. It has to be, design has to be about that person in particular. And so whenever I see one trend that goes across everywhere, that tells me it's going to be out faster than it was in, because it doesn't work for everybody. Design needs to be specific to that person.
And isn't that the truth? I mean, when you look at the style, you look at some of those shows on HGTV, what is it, Chip Gaines and his wife, and you look at those different styles that people have. I like how you're able to do that as well. You cater it toward what the homeowner's wanting to do.
Right, exactly. And that's really what it needs to be about, is what is specific to that person. So the number one thing to make sure that you always have a classic look is to be about you. That's why we wrote the book Designing You, so that people could actually read more into why it needs to be specific about them. But you can always stay classic. It will always stay looking good if you design based on you and your needs. So that's number one.
Yep.
Number two, hire a designer.
Right.
Don't try and do it on your own. The few dollars that you're going to think that you're going to save, which you're not really going to save,
right,
is so worth at least that first consultation. Get a plan put together with that designer and get what you really, really want and need in that space.
Well, let's talk about that, because we love to help save our listeners money, maybe your viewers on our TV show on WeBeam TV as well. You can stream from our website as well, consumerqb.com. When we think about saving money with a designer, let's elaborate on that, because you have the connections within that industry.
Exactly. So here's how it works on a whole. So if you go into a retail furniture store and you buy, right from them, and they tell you, oh, look, you have a free designer, free pro interior designer here to work with you. Okay, number one, it's not free. Nothing's free.
It's retail.
It's retail.
First of all.
It's retail, first off. So the dirty little secret is that the average markup in a furniture store is 2.5 to 3 times the cost of what that product is. So if you walk in and you have a $10,000 budget, you are actually really only getting about $3,500 worth of product.
Right.
That's what you're getting. And then tell me how long you think that's going to last.
Right.
Right. But if you work with a designer, or you work with like somebody like myself, or any other designer, we work on fees. We do a design fee. You're going to pay our hours. But then you're going to buy at a wholesale price.
Right.
Which I say wholesale, it's cost plus. So I've got to charge you what it cost me to get the product to us, to deliver it, to install it, that kind of a thing. So on an average, if you take that same $10,000 budget, right, and you take out the take out the design fees, and you get about $7,500 worth of product.
Nice.
I think that furniture is going to last a whole lot longer than the $3,500 furniture.
Right. You look at the quality as well, and that's something that comes up as well. Melissa Allen, we're going to hear from her later in the show. We talk about that with some of the different, you look on the surface and it looks like it's quality, but then you get into the ways that it's built, the way that it's designed, the materials used. So that's a whole other area.
Exactly. And that's exactly what it is. Because when you work with a designer, we're buying directly from the manufacturers. So we want a custom piece of furniture, we're going to go to the manufacturer that's going to make it. We're not going to go to a store who's going to put a markup on it, who's then going to bring it and send it out to you. So that's the number one difference. And that's what we do as designers, so that you can have the space that works best for you and will stay looking good and stay functioning, and then also stay really being quality pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, my clients, I look at it and I go, okay, 5 years from now, that sofa is still going to sit like it did day one. That area rug, you're going to be able to pass on and pass down to your grandchildren, because it's still going to be a beautiful piece.
Timeless classic, right?
Exactly.
And you look at that and you're able to make some small changes over the years with different things like the throw cushions that you mentioned before.
Exactly. Then we can change pillows. We can change accessories. We can change throws. We can change all these different little things. Maybe we move the artwork around. Maybe we change the accent tables. Maybe we do little things like that. Maybe we change the paint colors. We do little changes, but when you have great basics that are high quality, you've got something that's going to last you for a long time.
Love it. I love it. A lot of great advice there. More to come here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Also, when we come back, we're going to bring in Christena Cardon with Clutter Rescue 911, Melissa Allen as well, co-owner Cobblestone Court, and our expert contributors. We're going to have a real estate roundtable discussion and help you understand more about that. And we've got a fun top 10 list for you today. You guys know we do our top 10. So Anthony teed this one up for me. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate that. We got the top 10 lies women tell men coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, and more from our expert contributors helping you win in any marketplace. Giving a big shout out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. So stay with us. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word value to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes here. And owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine multiple times, most recently coming out in July here, June or July issue, featured again in Florida Realtor Magazine, Top Agent Magazine, and the Tampa Bay Business Journal. Recognized for innovation with marketing, helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. And I've got a hot property here, 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. This is a great opportunity for any builders, developers looking to build. This is 0.82 acres MOL, and it's a corner lot with 200 feet of frontage within the city of Largo. So it's a great opportunity. The owner just reduced this property as well down to $450,000. So it's just reduced and owner motivated. 1401 Seminole Boulevard in Largo. And this segment is brought to you by Hula Bay as our official restaurant partner right here in beautiful South Tampa. 5210 Tyson Avenue, Hula Bay. Great waterfront ambiance, excellent food, wide variety on the menu, sushi that's fresh, shipped in fresh from Hawaii every 2 days, the tuna. And you also have on the weekends Duke's Retired Surfer Bar right down there. So it's a great time. Check it out. Every now and then people say, I've never seen this place, I've never been here, but it's a great time. You go down and have fun. And make sure you say hello to Todd. He's the general manager down there. Let him know the real estate quarterback sent you for your free water with lemon. He's going to hook you up every time. So he's going to take care of you there. And so we're back here in studio and helping you win in any marketplace, making you more street smart. In studio today, Sara Chiarilli, owner, Artful Conceptions, also a published author, has her book deal on Amazon as well. Free downloads till the end of the week. And check it out. And also Christena Cardon. She's the owner of Clutter Rescue 911. And later in the show as well, we're going to bring in Melissa Allen. She's a co-owner of Cobblestone Court as well, jewelry for your home as well. So a lot of good stuff in tying this all together. Real estate roundtable discussion. And let's jump right into it. We're talking here with Sara, and we're going to bring Christena into the conversation. So when we think about this, the process of moving, they say, there's studies out there, it's such a high stress. And then right along with moving is just that spring cleaning a lot of us are doing now. So let's talk about that time of the year here when you're looking to get organized and avoid a lot of the stress that's out there.
You know what? And I have to say, because right now it also seems to be remodel time right now, and specifically kitchen remodel time. Like we have 4 of them going on right at the moment. So one of the things I always try and talk to my clients about is the organization of that kitchen. And we can design it and we can add all the specific things into their cabinets, the different organizers, the knife organizers, the shelves, the drawers, the pullouts, all of that. But somebody has to actually put all of that in there. And I love my clients, but that's not my job.
Right.
That's Christina's job.
And that's how I feel about what you do, because I have people come and they say, I have all this stuff, I don't know what to do with it. And I think, boy, if I could just take that out and have someone come and build something brand new, that would be awesome. Because I love the invisible spice rack where you don't know that it's there and you pull it out and it's like 3 tiers. I'm like, oh my God, these are awesome.
Yeah.
So I love that stuff.
Oh, love the spice rack. And I love, oh my God, we have this new combination for that blind corner, the one that everybody hates.
Yeah.
But it's a double rack, pull out, kidney shaped, entire thing comes out.
Awesome.
So
I don't like the Lazy Susan.
Yeah, no, because
I have that.
off the Lazy Susan.
Yes. When my kids
Why not?
spin
Why
it,
don't you like it?
because every time my kids spin it, the stuff falls off the back. It flies off, and then I can't get to it.
Yeah.
And so then they're bugging me to buy something. I'm like, but I know it's in here somewhere, and I hear it's all piled up in the back. I don't like, but to pull them out, that's awesome.
So we have ones that that we can do that pull out, or we have ones that they slide over and then 2 come out and they're full baskets and all different kinds of things. There's so many organizers that we can add there so that you can do your job the best way and really make it make sense for that client.
Yeah, so let's elaborate here, Christena. So Clutter Rescue 911, you got moving services, packing, unpacking, and then staging, and then you also have sorting, purging, organizing, space redesigning.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, so I don't quite do what you do. I don't change the paint color and bring in new furniture or anything, but when I'm done organizing a space, of course we have to purge first. That's always number one. And then what we have left, when I go to create an organizing system, sometimes if my client is okay with it, I like to rearrange the furniture and just give a whole fresh look, and even bring in some pieces from a different room and maybe use them in a whole new way. So even though we're not actually calling out for, let's tear down the walls and start over type of thing, because that's totally not what I do, but I will help them redesign their space. Just, fresh eyes come in and say, have you ever thought about moving this here and bringing this in, and just giving the room a nice natural flow. Because when I do organize, if I leave you with the same room I showed up, and I'm not doing you a service. So I need to give a whole new look. And some people get so excited because like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That looks so great.
Yeah.
So
and I
something
think it
that
comes
easy.
down to almost like a personal trainer where you come in and you're the motivation. You're
Right.
providing inspiration. You're coming in and saying, hey, let's do this together. You just kind of give me direction. And typically you're going to have 3 bins. You're going to have one that's purge. You're going to have one that's keep, and the other is donation.
Right, absolutely. And if it's small enough to fit in my car, I will automatically donate it for you. I have specific places. I don't like to just dump everything to Goodwill because they resell. And as nice as that may be, people in need don't have the money to pay. So if you have something that could be in particular use for someone, I feel very strong, good karma for everyone. Just give it. Just give it. No, I don't want any payment for it. Just here it is. And ultimately the blessing will be returned to you. So if it's small enough to fit in my car, I certainly do take it. If it's anything larger than that, I have someone for a small fee that will come to pick up those items. And of course, people ask me all the time about reselling, and so that's not something I have the time to offer, but if they want to do it, by all means.
Yeah, I'm sure there's services for that now too.
Yeah, there is.
If you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. Yeah, okay, great. So if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes here, and in studio today, Sara Chiarilli, owner of Artful Conceptions, Christena Cardon, owner, Clutter Rescue 911, Melissa Allen, co-owner, Cobblestone Court, as well, jewelry for your home. And I want to remind you, our website, consumerqb.com. Just submit the form at consumerqb.com. If you want contact information from any of our expert contributors here today, just click on the expert contributors tab. You'll find all their information right there as well. And you feel free to shoot us a call or a text at our hotline at 813-670-7372. 670-7372. You might want to save that number for future reference as well. And think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health wheel. Each spoke extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners. Over 80 show partners now that we can connect you with. We can quarterback these introductions to help you win in any marketplace, anything that you're facing. We want to make you more street smart and help you avoid a lot of that commission-based advice. So let's go ahead and bring Melissa Allen into the conversation here, co-owner, Cobblestone Court, the fine jewelry for the home, especially the kitchens and bathrooms.
Yes, and just to throw something in, Habitat Restore will pick up a lot of things. So I love suggesting that to anyone doing a kitchen remodel, because they'll even pick up the cabinets and the kitchen sink too.
I've called them too.
Very cool.
So one thing that we're good at is we don't just let lines come into our showroom. A rep just doesn't stop by and say, hey, this is what I'm selling today, and we pick it up. I actually travel to shows. I sat on my national board for 10 years. I've been to Germany, London, Italy. I've been all over searching for the best products.
Nice.
A lot of people have compared our showroom to the adult Candyland.
Yeah,
They come in and just look around, and I had one customer that said, oh my God, I don't have to go to New York and find this stuff. I can find it here in Clearwater.
I like that.
So we're right on US 19 between Coachman and Sunset, 6,000 square feet. We always say looking's free. You come in, check it out. We have a borrow program with our cabinet knobs. One of the designers this morning was looking for a satin copper cup pull, and we just got in a new line. It's called Vesta, and they only picked a few showrooms in the United States, and we were lucky enough to be one of them that they wanted us to have the line. So
nice. That's really cool. So how did that come about?
Well, they have a line called Top Knobs, which is their regular line. Vesta's the high end of Top Knobs, and they only wanted their select showrooms to have it. Also, they want the showrooms that are going to respect the brand and not stick it online at a discounted price. But it is lifetime warranty. It's really, really good. We were just doing a shower for a gentleman over the weekend that he wants a 27 by 16 inch recessed with chromotherapy, with the lights, with the LEDs, all that in his ceiling, along with 3 body sprays on the wall. So that's the kind of thing that we do.
Nice.
Is we
Sounds
make
like
sure,
some Brandon.
All right, there we go.
we searched and found the best price, so we got it all set for you.
I like it.
But you have to make sure you have 3/4 inch pipe coming into your house, because otherwise, if you only have 1/2 inch, you're not going to get that thermostatic valve that's large enough to make that happen. You'll be standing underneath the rain if you can go outside and do that.
And that's usually everybody's biggest mistake is they don't go back and increase the plumbing, all the way through the house. And they're like, I don't understand. We spent X amount of dollars on these body sprays. And it's like, whoosh.
And that's what happens. And when you don't think that layer deeper, you don't work with the right contractors.
Right.
Jason Avery Construction, the best in the business here locally in Tampa Bay. So more from our expert contributors. I also got roped into this top 10 lies that women tell men here. So we've got the top 10 coming up for you here on the Quarterback Show, and more from our expert contributors. We're having a real estate roundtable discussion, helping you win in any marketplace, helping you think a layer deeper here on the Quarterback Show, especially heavy on design today. I love this talk about design and some of the future trends, things happening in real estate, hot market here in Tampa Bay as well. So you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word valued to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here. Quarterback Show. Platinum MVP Realty, former USF football player, played on the inaugural football team at the University of South Florida, longtime quarterback on my sports teams, and now we're quarterbacking introductions to our expert contributors. We're quarterbacking transactions for our buyers, sellers, investors with Platinum MVP Realty, and we're helping you win in any marketplace. We're Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
And giving a big shout out to Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet. She is the owner and CEO of Healthy Gourmet. Now, this is a organic meal delivery service. All natural proteins, organic veggies delivered fresh 3 times a week. Meal plans starting at only $90 per week. You get 10 meals. I love it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday roll around. I got a whole new batch of meals there ready to go. I warm it up in the not in the microwave. I learned that from my friend Jarek Robbins. Now you don't do the microwave. We warm it up on stovetop. Take it with you. Sometimes I just eat it room temperature if I'm in my vehicle, running from appointment to appointment. But Healthy Gourmet, Felicia Lacaille, longtime friend of the program, has these awesome meals ready to go for you. So that way you don't have to swing into these fast food places. And you know, we all hear how, you know, preservative packed they are, bad food there. And Healthy Gourmet, longtime friend of the program. We want you to support our show partners here. ConsumerQB.com is our hotline. ConsumerQB.com. You can see all of our expert contributors. You can also submit the form there as well. And save our hotline number in your phone. Just give us a call or a text, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
670-7372. That's our local Tampa number here. It's an 813 area code 670-REQB.
Welcome to my house.
All right, we also want to invite you to this free event we've got for business owners out there, managers, small business, medium-sized businesses. Come on out and join us at the Hotel Zamora Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30. This is a digital marketing and business growth seminar. It's all business talk, helping you win, helping you understand digital marketing, Facebook retargeting, click to call on your smartphones, making sure your website's optimized for search engine optimization. A lot of things to help you win here. We also have Patrick Lease, business coach here with Action Coach. He's going to be there talking about mastering persuasion and influence and how to grow your business systematically. And then at 6 o'clock, if you can't make it to the seminar, come on up and join us for the happy hour. It's a rooftop happy hour, the Rooftop 360 Lounge, beautiful views of the Gulf of Mexico, and you'll meet some of our expert contributors there as well. So it's a free event. Just register at the website, ConsumerQB.com. All right, in studio today, Sara Chiarilli. She's the owner of Artful Conceptions, interior design expert, also a published author now as well. Designing You by Sara Chiarilli, available on Amazon. And Christena Cardon. She's the owner of Clutter Rescue 911, helping you be organized with your home or office, moving services, home services as well. And Melissa Allen, she's the co-owner of Cobblestone Court. Now, this is the jewelry for your home and all the accessories for your bath and your kitchen. So let's go back to Melissa here. So what are you seeing out there? What's trending in your space?
Well, one thing I like to tell people whenever they buy a house, the 2 things that I think are most important is have a good garbage disposer, because you want to make sure that everything's going down and it's a stainless steel blade that's going to chop up everything and it's not going to smell. And good toilets. That's pretty important.
Yes.
You know, they say that the toilet is flushed more during the Super Bowl halftime than any other time during the year. And
I could see that. I could see that. It's got to be a Toto. I'm sorry. Got to be a Toto.
Yep, exactly. And you want to make sure that your friends in the kitchen don't hear when it's flushed, too.
Yeah.
We had American Standard brought a toilet to us about 6 or 7 years ago, and they were like, this is the best toilet ever. And we don't sell things until we test them out. So we said, all right, let's try one out. We put it in my mom's house. And my niece was afraid to flush it because it sounded like a jet was taking off.
Oh, man, like that.
She would not flush it. Exactly.
Oh, man.
So we were like, no, we're not pushing this. And you're right. Toto is the best. Japanese manufactured, but made here in America. Actually, they have a factory up in Atlanta. Lots of the little things that are important, but you don't really think about.
Yeah, like does it light up at night so men can get inside the ring?
We can do it.
There is a version for that. Absolutely. There is a version.
Yep.
It puts the toilet seat down. The toilet seat goes down automatically.
The bidet seat on the toilet is what we're selling more so than a separate bidet anymore. The separate bidets, people don't use them, and it's just taking up space. So much more functional to have the warm seat and the light, the night light features.
The light is important.
Wow. The warm seat is really nice, though, too, let me tell you.
Yeah. You enjoy
that,
Sarah?
You live up north.
Well, you know, it's funny is that, so I'm from up north originally, and up north we put hot water through the plumbing so that it doesn't freeze.
Right. Or leave it dripping all night.
Right, yeah. So
you have to leave it on. You do.
You do.
Because I'm from there, so you have to leave it dripping all night so that it doesn't freeze up.
I never heard that.
That makes sense. Yeah, I used to be in the property preservation business. We used to do what they call winterizations, and you know, North Florida so much. You go in and you do the what's the stuff you pour into the cars? The cooler radiator stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You pour the antifreeze, and you pour it into the pipes. And
my husband will be so proud.
Yes! Awesome, you got it. All right. So, yeah, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're in studio today having some fun with Sara Chiarilli. She's the owner of Artful Conceptions. She's an interior design expert contributor, longtime friend of the program. And Christena Cardon as well. She's the owner of Clutter Rescue 911. And Melissa Allen, she's co-owner of Cobblestone Court. So yeah, a lot of fun stuff here happening in the real estate space, design, a lot of trends happening. Let's go back to Melissa here. What other trends are you seeing? And maybe let's talk about some of the differentiation with your fine jewelry for the home. I love that.
Well, in the beginning, you talked about some no-nos and some trendy things. I think right now those touch faucets in the kitchen are a trend. I do not think they're going to stick around.
I do not like those.
No, I've had friends who will have a dinner party at their house and it'll just turn on. Nobody's even standing near the sink and it just turns on.
It's kind of fun. Some of them are fun where you put the rubber band around the handle and then the person that's fun every now and then.
That's old school though. That's not new stuff.
You know what? And it's so funny that you said it because my clients love them. Like not the wave ones, not a huge fan of the wave one, but the one that you actually touch. My clients love it. Toto has a great one that like we've never had any mishaps where like it suddenly turns itself on. But we've been using them for 8 years now.
I don't like them.
See, but I think you have to go the high end ones. You can't
not just the wave in front, but
the inexpensive ones because
like you can't get it on. It's like standing there like, where's the magic spot?
That's soap. Right? That's where it comes into preference.
And you have to change the battery. You have to climb underneath and change the battery.
I didn't know there was a battery.
My friend said they would unplug it before they went out of town because they didn't want their house to flood while they were gone, just in case it did come on.
Wow.
Yeah,
so I try and talk my customers out of that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point there. And then so let's talk about other trends. So and this is important as well as we're a consumer advocate based show. We've talked about on the show previously as well, where a lot of the different stuff that you can find at the big box stores, it's going to look similar to stuff that may be, but weigh in on that.
Well, a lot of sinks too. People think they can just go online and buy a sink. Well, the drain holes in America are not the same as in Mexico or somewhere else. So if they're buying a copper sink, the drain is not going to fit. The pipes aren't going to line up with what's here in America. And it might not meet code. I had a customer, they didn't buy it from us, but they found a copper sink online, bought everything else from us. Well, they needed to get the code to get their house approved, and there wasn't any. And they had designed the whole kitchen around this sink that they bought online really cheap.
Wow.
So that's just one little tip, is you want to make sure that it's approved by American codes.
I wouldn't even think to measure the drain. Like, it just wouldn't cross my mind while buying a sink. I'm like, it's shiny? Yes, we're getting it. I wouldn't even think to worry about that. That's a good tip.
People forget about sinks that have no overflow hole. They need to have either a touch drain or a grid drain. And people don't just have those on the shelf in a copper or something. You have to order those in. So, and extended threads if you have thicker countertops. If you have a vessel sink, it's got to go through the sink and the countertop. So you sometimes need an additional drain for those as well.
Yeah, Melissa's going to help you save some time and money. And when you're looking at these decisions, and you look at just for example, last time we spoke about the depth of the sink. A lot of times you look back, that's an old thing. I didn't realize that because you're bending over, it's hurting your back. They've changed that, right?
Right, because kitchen faucets are so much taller now. People aren't going as deep in the kitchen sink. Also, you have to consider the thickness of your countertop. So you aren't cooking
it saves
as
your
much.
back.
Well, and it's different too, because years ago it used to all be like drop-in sinks, and it's so rare to do a drop-in sink anymore. They're all under mount, so that we've already dropped them down a level, a couple of inches from where it was originally, or years ago.
People don't think about that, right? That's why they need you.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you look at tying Jason Avery into this conversation. He comes in, a lot of times these real estate properties, they've got a wall right there blocking that water view that the house was built in the 90s or late 80s and potentially. So you look at the redesign and removing those load bearing walls, and then you look at how this all ties together. You might bring in Christina to help you with the organization. You might bring in Sara to come in and design the overall theme of the room and tie the different rooms together. And then Melissa Allen as well. She's going to be tied in as well with the fine jewelry for the home, the kitchens and the baths, and all those final touches in the real estate space.
That's why we work so well together, because if there's a backsplash in the kitchen, your kitchen handle on your faucet shouldn't have to go back.
Right.
If it goes back, you're not gonna be able to get all the way hot or all the way cold. So we know the faucets that don't; they only go forward. And little tricks like that. So that's why we work so well together.
Yeah. Exactly, and then that way, we can bring all the specs and bring all the samples over to her space and be able to say, okay, this is what we're doing in the kitchen. This is the kitchen. Let's pick pieces.
All right, coming up, the ambush is on. The top 10 lies women tell men coming up. Anthony did me a good one here. Top 10 lies women tell men coming up on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to have some fun with you. We're also going to jump into our lightning round and help you understand more of the top tips, things to do, and things to avoid here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show right here on iHeartRadio. And please check out realestateradiotampa.com to buy or sell real estate and see all of his expert contributors. Thank you.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes, here having some fun in studio today. We're going to talk about these top 10 lies that women tell men coming up here. First, I want to let you know about a hot real estate property that I've got here out in East County in Gibsonton, 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. This is a great opportunity. You've got a residential property that's tied in with a commercial asset that's generating $2,000 of income per month. And the best part, it's over 4.5 acres. So you got 4.5 acres MOL, and at 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton, a great real estate opportunity. You're not in an HOA. You got a fenced-in yard. Lots of opportunity here. Over 3,400 square feet heated as well at Sims Road in Gibsonton. A great listing from Platinum MVP Realty. Check out our website, platinummvprealty.com or .net. You can see the selling side at .net as well. So we're back here in studio. Sara Chiarilli, Artful Conceptions in the house, as well as Christena Cardon. She's the owner of Clutter Rescue 911. And Melissa Allen, she's a co-owner of Cobblestone Court, the fine jewelry for your home, kitchens and baths. So let's go ahead and jump into this top 10 lies that women tell men. All right, let's go ahead. Sarah, I'm going to let you go first here.
Should we start with size?
Okay.
But size doesn't matter.
That
is a bold-faced lie.
Hey, it's not on the top 10 list. That's iHeart.com. So.
Well, that's because they were too afraid to put it on there. Okay. So.
They're trying to keep it. Yeah, they're trying to keep it PG here. Yeah.
Hey, it could be
maybe.
Size of the bank account.
There you go.
Not mattering.
Oh, okay. I see.
Which is another bold-faced lie.
Okay. All right. So Sarah, you
So we're down 2.
All right, Christina, you're up.
I don't mind paying for my own meal.
Okay, let's see.
I always bring my own money, but if you don't pay, that is the end. Because that just tells me what kind of person I'm dealing with.
Yeah, and
that's not a gentleman.
Pretend, at least.
It's not a gentleman.
Yeah. So let's see. I don't see that exact on here, but I do see number 7 or number 8 here. It says it was on sale. So can we loop that one?
Oh, no. That's completely different.
That's
That is
same thing.
completely different.
I got a buzzer.
You guys got buzzed.
That was
Melissa, you're
mine.
up.
Oh my goodness. Something we lie about.
Top 10 lies women tell men, according to iHeart.com.
I guess that they can make the plans for the evening.
They can make the plans.
Because we all know what we want to do.
Don't see that one.
No.
Man. All right.
Maybe there's more than
go ahead
that.
and
Usually have something in mind.
I guess I'll go ahead and do number 10 then. It's saying
Okay.
that number 10 says, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, I see. I was going to say, I'm fine. Like, that was going to be like my
Well, actually,
next one.
I got to give you.
You got it.
Yeah.
Guess what number that is?
Number 1?
Congratulations.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, Christina.
I think that goes with I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. That should be on the list here.
I want to ding ding ding.
Let me see. I got to see if it's on the list first.
I got buzzed the last time. I say that one all the time. I don't want to talk about it. Knowing you better pester the crap out of me because I really do want to tell you what I
How
think.
about how long it takes us to get right? We'll be ready in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's another one.
That is actually, let's see. Phone died. Never drink this one.
Oh, there you go.
Number 4, I'll be just a minute.
Yeah, there you go.
You got it. So I'll be just a minute.
All right.
Waiting on, they made a country song about that too. Waiting on a Woman, Brad Paisley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
there you
right.
go. All right, so let's see if we can fill this list in. How about Sarah?
Okay, so I only had one drink.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, pretty close to that. We'll give you a variation of that. I never drink this much.
There you
You
go.
ever hear that one? I never drink this much. All right.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to go
Christina.
right
I
now. I'm gonna get buzzed. Not that kind of buzz. Because I don't drink.
Yeah, different buzz here.
Or not that much.
No.
Think about relationships. Think about purchasing things.
You don't need to buy me anything.
You don't need.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Oh, we don't need
I don't
to
know
give.
because
Pretty
I
close.
Need to
don't
exchange
lie about
gifts.
that, and
Yeah.
I say that.
It
I'm
was on
not-
sale.
It was,
It was on sale. That one. There you go.
Yeah,
Because it's never on sale. Let's be honest. It's never on sale. We just wanted it.
No, see, but my stuff would be on sale. I just slip it in, and he doesn't know where it came from. And I go, "Oh, that's been there for months."
We
I
have,
got that a long
we have
time
customers
ago.
come in our showroom and they're like, we had one slip us a note. He doesn't know about the second order.
No.
They were picking up the orders and she's like,
yes.
don't tell him how much it costs. We get that all the time.
Yeah.
All the
That's a good
time.
one.
I get that too. People hire me and go, "Don't tell my husband. He doesn't know that you were here. He thinks I did this." Oh wow! All right.
No, okay, wait. You know what? I get that. My favorite is when they're like, all their friends are over and they're like, "Yeah, didn't you do a great job? We did a great job." And I'm thinking, God, that was like 4 months of work.
All right, number 9. I'm not ready for a boyfriend. Back to the dating days.
See,
Don't
maybe,
use that one as much?
No.
No? Some do, I guess. All right, number 7.
I don't know. Maybe I've been married too long.
I know. Like, well, even when I was single, I just wanted to be single. I didn't want to be messed with. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a lie.
All right, number 7 here. I didn't get your text. The text didn't go through. I don't know what happened. Not
maybe.
so much.
No.
How about this one? Number 6, my phone died.
Maybe
Come
we're
on.
too honest here.
Maybe we're too honest. No, but I will. Okay, you know what? I will probably say, like, if I'm in, like, there's a lot of things going on or whatever, and I can't take that call right at that moment,
Right.
I might say I didn't hear the phone ring.
There you go. Yeah.
I think I'm a little too honest. I'm kind of brutal. If it has to happen, I just say, like, I didn't want to talk to you.
Having fun.
No, because it's not necessarily I don't want to talk to you. It's I don't have
I'm just busy.
I don't have 45 minutes to have this conversation.
Well, speaking about that one, here's one, number 3. It says, "I'll call you." Reminds me of the show we talked about. What was it, In Living Color or something?
Yeah.
I think there was Jamie Foxx was an actor. He says, "I'll call you."
But there are some needy guys. I leave my phone in the back office because I don't. When I'm working at the customer, that's rude to have my phone out.
Right.
And I sometimes can't text right back. And guys get mad about that. It took you an hour to text me back. I'm like, well, I was working with a customer.
Yeah.
Can't help you.
Well, that's a preview of the future.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't deal with that.
Yeah.
Gone.
Number 2, one of the favorites of all time. It's okay. You can tell me.
Oh yeah, no, it's not okay.
No.
Now, see, I want to know.
I do
Doesn't
too.
mean I'm not going to respond in a really bad way, but I still want to know.
Consequences.
I don't like secrets.
Consequences and repercussions.
I was going to say I still want to know, but there will be repercussions.
Right.
I'm sorry.
But don't just hide it from me because you think
it always comes
you don't
out.
want to hurt my feelings.
All right, there's the top 10 lies that we had some fun there. Top 10
Except for the
lies.
3 of us.
Yeah, exactly. We don't ever
we don't lie
lie.
in this.
Never.
We don't lie.
Never.
All right, now we're jumping into our lightning round. Top tips, things to do, things to avoid, nuggets of advice. Sara Chiarilli.
Okay, so let's keep up with the no-nos on the all-white kitchen. I think we've talked about that a little bit before. Add some color to it. Add some color. Whether you're adding a pretty decorative band that goes through the backsplash, whether you add a different color contrasting floor, maybe a different color contrasting cabinet, don't do white on white on white on white because it's going to look like a hospital.
Yeah, you got to mix it up. Add some variation, add some color. Awesome. Christena?
Mine is make sure you think the whole project through. A lot of people just get in, they start ripping everything out of the closets, and they've got stuff sprawled out everywhere, and then all of a sudden, like, people really don't realize how long it takes.
Yeah.
People always ask me all the time, so we could do this in like 2-3 hours, right? And I'm thinking, let's go 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And so you get it all out and you don't think, oh, now I have to leave and I don't have time to put it back. And then by that point, they're overwhelmed and it won't go back. And then I walk into a big hot mess.
Melissa?
My tip is bring samples with you. Bring the sample of your door, the countertop, everything so that we can see. We've never seen your plans. So when you come in and say, show me some pulls, we can't get into your mind as much as we would love to. Bring your samples. We can lay them out. We can see how it all pulls together. And even better is to bring your interior designer because they can definitely help guide the project because they know the draperies and all the little knickknacks they're going to put, the lights, everything. And
And may suggest something that you weren't even thinking that would go perfectly.
Or say that that's not going to work because we were thinking of this for the lighting or, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like the mastermind principle in business. You have the multiple minds that equaling, 1 + 1 equaling 11. So one last parting words of advice, nuggets of advice here, running out of time.
Make a plan. Don't do anything without that plan, whether it is your space planning where we draw it all out so you know exactly where everything is going to be, whether it is a drawing so that you know what your kitchen, your bath, your whatever it is that we're doing is going to be. Make sure you have a plan and you have a visual reference to be able to go back to. Because just thinking you had that plan versus having a complete visual reference as to, oh, I know exactly where that's going, that's what you need.
Yeah, work the plan. Stay with the game plan. If you're at halftime, you're down. You want to, to use that football metaphor, just like the Patriots did in the Super Bowl. You got to stick with the game plan. They stuck with the game plan. They came back. The team went through the streak. So have that plan. Develop the discipline of clear thinking, and think these things through. That seems to be the theme of today's show and the lightning
time
round.
frame. A lot of people don't realize that it takes time for stuff to get shipped in.
Yep.
They need those valves to close your walls out.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank all of our expert contributors, Sara Chiarilli, Christena, Cardon, Melissa Allen, and all of our expert contributors, our listeners out there, viewers of our TV show. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness, something as simple as packing up leftover food you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, handing it to that person that you see in need, and continue to support our Consumer Quarterback Show at consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardon, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word valued to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.